Hi there, good evening. Welcome to Herceg, Novi, Montenegro. Today is Tuesday, August 13th, 2024. Currently 93 degrees Fahrenheit, that is 34 degrees Celsius. So getting a late start today. Was busy through the day, also getting over jet lag from my flights. Portland, overnight flight to Toronto, Canada. 3 days in Toronto, overnight flight to Dublin, long layover there, and then flight that evening to Dubrovnik, Croatia. Arrived there day before yesterday, and then yesterday traveled by bus from Dubrovnik over the border, about an hour's drive, plus the border crossing time there, which wasn't too bad, to get to Herceg, Novi here in northern Montenegro on the Adriatic Sea. Right over here, we will definitely see the sea in the course of this video, so I'm just going to do my best to capture what I can with the light that we still have. So I am outside of Herceg Novi, the town. It is about 5 kilometers or 3 miles away from here. You can get there by walking, but that is a long walk. I am here for 3 nights, and so I have all day tomorrow as well, so I might do more of a proper tour tomorrow. Today I'm just going to see what I can see in the course of walking, maybe catch a taxi at some point. But first, we have a traditional church built in the old style, but looks like it is actually new. It could be wrong, but that is my impression. Excellent. It is open. Let's see if that person goes out. So the soccer, or football as they call it in Europe, field that I showed from my apartment is right other side of that wall, and so my apartment is right out there. I booked that on booking.com. Okay. Amazing. Look at this. Classic Orthodox church. And yes, these paintings look very, very new. Just phenomenal. I love these colorful murals inside the little classic old style churches. So you see the similar style in many parts of the Balkans. I remember in Serbia, the exact same style of paintings and similar exterior. Okay, well, that was a nice start to the evening's exploring. So obviously this cemetery has been here a while. Let's look at some dates. 1981, 2009, 2020. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this church is a little older. Certainly, like, the walkway looks very new. Anyways, let's keep on walking along this road here, which I walked yesterday to go to a market up here. There's kind of a little touristy town area. I definitely want to at least see the beach. It's very close by. But let's get over to that market area, and from there try to get over to the beach, and then it looks like there's a walkway along the beach, and so we'll cruise on down that, see how far we can get. So there's the market that I went to yesterday evening. I got a full bag of groceries, and it was 20 euros. That is $22 US. They use the euro here in Montenegro, but it is not part of the Schengen zone. I don't want to get too lost on explaining that, since I've explained it so much in previous videos, but it is relevant and helpful information for those who haven't seen those past videos. The Schengen area is the region of 29 countries of Europe, most of Europe now, in which there are no border controls between the countries, and so you don't need a passport to go from Germany to Netherlands, etc. No border stop, and you're limited to 90 days within that whole area of Europe in 180 days. And so part of my calculation for coming to Montenegro was because it is outside of that zone, and I didn't want to use up the days that I have left for Europe, which I'm saving for September when I plan to go back to Greece. So point being, Montenegro is separate in that regard, and I believe that I'm allowed 90 days in Montenegro, but it is a small country, and I will probably just stay here for around a couple weeks. Okay, so here you go, smack in the tourist action. I wasn't sure what to expect, if it was going to be a busy scene or not, but yeah, it is happening, especially for 6 p.m. Look at that, nice looking water, but you know, the whole crowded sunbed scene, which is not the scene I am looking for on the beach. I prefer finding those nice little private little bays with preferably almost nobody on them. Yeah, this is just jam-packed. I mean, imagine at 2 in the afternoon, or who knows, maybe it's just as busy because it is hot here. It is perfect right now at 6 p.m., but 2 in the afternoon must have been just roasting, probably up to around 40 degrees Celsius, 104 or so Fahrenheit, here smack in the middle of summer. Alright, so this is looking like a nice and quite interesting walk, lots of people watching. I will be looking for some dinner at some point here, but not for another hour or 2. But I want to make some progress getting over there so I can see what looks like a fortress, which I definitely want to visit, but likely it is closed around 6 p.m. anyway, so that might have to wait until tomorrow. So this is my second time to Montenegro. I was here previously in 2017, 7 years ago. Came down from Croatia traveling by bus, and I stopped at Kotor. So Kotor Bay is out there, I think like straight across over there, base of those mountains. And then Budva, which I think is the most popular beach destination in Montenegro, and then Olsen, also on the coast, very close to Albania, and then I crossed into Albania from there. So that is all I saw, was 3 beach towns the last time. So the mission of this trip is to explore the interior For one thing, because the beaches are crowded and accommodation is expensive, and it is hot, and because I haven't seen the rest of the country. So it all around makes sense to get away from the coast and leave the beach crowds behind and go inland. It will cool down. There's a lot to see. There are amazing mountains. For being such a small country, then there's a lot to see and quite a bit of variety in Montenegro. And so I will definitely plan to rent a car. The question is where I will rent it. I have to decide where I'm going in 2 days from here. Whether to try to rent a car here, which would be ideal, and then drop it in Podgorica, the capital, where I will most likely fly out of. But because it is a super touristy town, maybe there aren't as many cars, maybe they're more expensive, and then also you have the extra charge for dropping it elsewhere. So all that could make it unreasonable to try to rent a car here, and make it much more practical to rent a car in Podgorica or at the Podgorica airport and then return it at the same location. So I will be looking into that over the next 24 hours. Very cool looking restaurant here. Love the wooden style. So I wonder if this is actually the real tourist zone of Herceg Novi, and maybe the town itself is kind of more for locals. I will find out more when I get there. Lots of seafood. Let's check the prices. So here you have, it looks like Russian. So I'm not sure which script they use in Montenegro, but I think they use the Cyrillic. So I'm not sure what's okay. It's all in Cyrillic actually. Oh, the upper part, pizza. Oh, maybe that's okay. I'm not sure what's going on here, but pizza for €7. Omelette, €5. So these are good looking prices so far. Pommes frites, so fries, French fries probably, $2.50. Desserts for $4.1, $4.50. Fruit bowl. Okay, we have a little English there for €8. Pizza capriccio, margarita. Okay. So what language is that? Frutti di mare, so Italian, I guess. 13, 11, 10. So, you know, very reasonable looking prices. Pasta, 10, 13, 11, 12, 14. So Montenegro is definitely cheaper than Croatia. So a little story here about checking into my apartment yesterday. I booked it on booking.com, but I had to meet the guy to check in there. It's kind of more of a Airbnb. And so I meet the guy at the apartment. We get checked in there, talking with him, and turns out he's actually from Slovenia, but his family maybe is from Montenegro, or at least he has some family in Montenegro. And so he speaks the Montenegrin language, but he said he speaks a dialect from a particular part of the country. So even though it is so small, I guess there are, you know, different dialects within the country. And also it sounded like Slovenian, the language, is quite different from Montenegrin. They are all Slavic, so this was all part of the former Yugoslavia, which broke apart in 1991, around then. But certainly the border lines that were drawn up after that end of Yugoslavia are to some extent on linguistic lines. And so the languages are similar yet different, and I don't have a very good grasp of them. For example, in North Macedonia, the language is very similar to Bulgarian, more so than to the surrounding countries. And I think it's pretty much just the same as Bulgarian. So, yeah, the language and cultural distinctions in this part of Europe are, subtle for us outsiders to try to understand. Ice cream there for €120. Great deal. Rent a car. Not going to deal with that now, but that will be a mission for tomorrow. I'm pretty darn certain that it's not going to work out to rent one here. And then another thing that I need to do today or tomorrow is to, withdraw some euros, because I paid for my room there in cash, euros. He didn't accept credit card, so used up most of what I had there. And then I also have some leftover US dollars. I actually have like 330 something US dollars. I'm going to keep the 300 in 50s, but then I have like a 20, a 10, and a couple ones, something like that, that I want to exchange into euros just to kind of get rid of them. So the trick is to find a ATM that isn't going to be a total ripoff, and of course decline conversion, decline conversion, decline conversion. Whenever the ATM asks you that, decline conversion, it is just trying to rip you off. But then, likely especially in a touristy place like this, there will be an ATM fee, hopefully not too expensive. Euros, Elena. So, yeah, kind of a Greek place there, or feel free to correct me. Are Euros Montenegrin? I know there is differences of opinion over the originations of various foods, especially in this part of the world, Mediterranean, Middle East, etc., in large part because the history is so old that there was sharing of culture and cuisine, and who knows who was the first person to decide to take meat and other stuff and put it in a pita. Hard to pinpoint where exactly that happened the first time. Hello. So here you have some of the things to see around here. A tunnel. Was that created during the Balkans War, perhaps, or else World War II? Little island with a fortress, Mamula, Zanjice. Places you can visit by boat. They're rocking out hard there. And still plenty of sunshine and nice and warm, even though it must be getting close to 7 p.m. Oh man, that water is looking so good. I definitely have to take a swim tomorrow. So here we have some signs. Museum, House of the Nobel Prize winner Ivo Andrić, not sure who that is, Church of St. Spasa, and City Center, all straight ahead through this tunnel here. So it isn't too much further to the town of Herceg Novi, so I will likely get in there and show a little bit of it, and then tomorrow do more of the real scenic tour. Go to the fort, there's a monastery, churches, etc. Museum up there. Oh, open until 7. But I see a locked gate. Maybe the path continues to the left up here. So, what the heck? Let's take a look. 50 meters. All right. Okay, very interesting building. What era is all this? Already getting a real taste of history. Very interesting. Whatever you call that, stone plaque. Okay. Why does that guy look a lot like Hanuman, the monkey god of India? Commercio, Ando Petro, so Latin there. And Marcus Corinne Provectorson. Huh. Was hoping to see a year on that. This looking much older. What is that? A coffin for a baby or something? All right, let's see what we can see inside here. So it was €5 entry fee and no photo or video allowed, so decided to skip it. Didn't look super interesting. It was like plaques on the walls and stuff. All right, let's continue into the town. Look at that view, what a sight. The Bay of Kotor and the Adriatic, and there. Now we are very close to that fortress. All right. So, this also could be an option. Voilà.
19 časova.
Budva?
Da, u 19 došli djevojka.
Okay, voilà. That is one of the few words that I know. Voilà, thank you. And good day is either Dobreden or Dobarden. I haven't quite figured it out. I think they both work, but I think she was an artist, not manning the boat tour stall there. But that could be an option, to take a ferry from here to Budva, and then from there catch a bus to Podgorica, which I'm thinking is the most likely plan for 2 days from now. So I will look further into that. So that is one place that I definitely plan to go, Ostrog Monastery. Dubrovnik was just there yesterday. Canyons of Montenegro, haven't heard about that. Skadar Lake, I've been to Shkodër, Albania, but not the Montenegrin side of the lake. And then here is that Mamula Island again, Blue Cave, that looks nice. Kotor, been there on my last trip. Lady of the Rocks, Perast. I'm not sure which country that's in, maybe Croatia? So Perast is in Montenegro on the way to Kotor, which is straight down there. And there you go, the castle on the hill. Let's get at least an outside look of it. What a scene, man. It is popular. I guess Montenegro is one of the up-and-coming destinations getting discovered. So in a couple of minutes I will ask there about the boat to Budva. There you go. Good looking fortress on the hill, people up there. But I will plan to save it for tomorrow. Also the town. Okay, who do we have here? Stefan. So here you have Cyrillic and Latin alphabets. So does that mean that is in Russian, or is that the Montenegrin language in two different scripts? Kind of a small Herceg Novi sign. Okay, what to do now? Because there's the whole town back in there. Cool looking tunnel, arch, part of the old fort it looks like there. I'm very curious to go see that, so I will continue walking that way. And then you can get a glimpse of the town here. So I think I'm not going to show too much more, and instead look for a restaurant to take a seat, grab a drink, and get started on this video. But let's go see what's around the corner through there. So I asked at that tourist office about a ferry from here to Budva. She said that doesn't exist, I guess, at all. So it will be a bus. I guess they have tours that go to Budva and then come back. So we have some stairs here going up. Looks like this is a bridge. So maybe this is a way to get into town, or at least to get to the castle. Yep. Okay. Interesting looking path. But not going to go that way. Let's look around the corner. What a perfect summer playground this is. So many swimming spots, beaches, rocks. Really ultimate. So this walkway just goes and goes. Looks like it goes around and then continues around another corner there, so I can keep on walking and walking, but I'm going to have to get back to my room one way or another, and I'm not seeing any road access here. I was thinking of taking a taxi back. Okay, I guess that's probably 7. And so, yep. I'm thinking that I will walk back a little ways in order to shorten my walk after eating and drinking, in case I actually end up having to walk all the way back. The moon up there.
a